All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And I thought pretty much I was past Hurricane Burrow. Really, I kind of beat that to death within the past week. It's been over a week since I've been talking about this storm. But, man's goings are of the Lord. So it is what it is. But as you can see on the screen through the spirit, it says political from Fox 26 Houston, political divide during the aftermath of Hurricane Burrow, which at this point, even certain brothers are coming to the realization that hurricane was a major, or is a, whatever, it's already passed, still fucking up Babylon. That's the point. That hurricane was a major sign, okay, from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, of the times that we're living in, okay? That was not a random act of events, that was a major sign. And now the spirit is going through of the heat being turned up. Brothers are realizing the heat is being turned up. First and foremost, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is turning up that heat. Okay? That's pretty much what this lesson is, because I saw this popped up in my feed. I might have mentioned it. I know I mentioned it to the brothers of Zakaria, but I knew this storm would further divide Babylon the Great. That's what I was thinking about also. Okay? The heat is being turned up. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is turning up the heat. Especially when you just think about things on a spiritual level. When it's hot, people get frustrated. So all this is fueling the fire, fueling the sedition. We in them times, we're at the door of Jacob's trouble. Not to mention, that had to be a sign, because yesterday you had a fucking storm, tornado warnings all throughout New York, based upon allegedly Burrow. You actually had a tornado a tornado that touched down. I think it was in Buffalo, or maybe west, not in New York City, but like upstate on the outskirts, Hey, man. Anyway, the point of the matter is, that song was in my mind from DMX. The heat is on. Are y'all niggas ready to die? The heat is on. Have your mothers ready to cry? The heat is on, man. The heat is on. Salakia botched it. But, hey, the heat is on, man. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is bringing that heat. So let's read some of this. Political divide during the aftermath of Hurricane Burrow. Blame is getting pushed around on why it is taking so long for Texans to receive federal aid after Burrow disastrous path. And through the spirit, I was meditating on it. We know what the wicked elite say, they never let a good crisis go to waste. So who knows? They might use this as a tool to cull some of the people. Okay? Got to keep our eyes on it, But the point of the matter is, now people are bickering back and forth. They're pointing the fingers, and that's what happens when tribulation comes. That's what happens when judgment comes, when that scopeo comes through. Nobody wants to take accountability. When heads start rolling, everybody plays boo-boo the fool. Everybody starts pointing the finger, and then what happens? People start arguing. It turns into a fisticuffs. So you can see, they said they were already at the gas station about to tear shit up. We can clearly see what times we're in. And this heat is going throughout the whole world, not just Babylon. A lot of judgment going out, man. A lot of judgment going, a lot of death, man. We in them times, the beginning of sorrows. And this shows it. This storm exposed a lot of things, man. It exposed a lot of chinks in the armor, especially in Babylon the Great. It shows you how they're tapped out, their infrastructure is destroyed. They, they didn't need, they were talking about, were trying to come up with plans and this, that, and the third. But again, that's Isaiah 19. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They were talking about setting up cooling stations and this, that, and the third. The hospitals, generators are failing. The cooling stations, generators are failing. They're not coordinated with the fucking power companies. This place is a hot mess, man. And tribulation, scourges, that scopeo, the flames being fanned, it's going to further divide this place, divide the kingdom, divide these people. Like I said, there's a major division going through the earth, primarily separating the righteous from the wicked. It's obvious. A major division, and you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay? Because that's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and that's the point. Yeah, let's start with 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the seat of judgment of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. And what you see going on right now is the last judgment. We're in the last days. Everybody's back in their lot to receive their judgment. The righteous to receive that righteous reward, and the wicked for their wicked reward. You know? Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, which is on earth. We're playing out our judgment right now. That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. But the point of the matter is, judgment takes place under the sun, which is on earth. And we all have appeared now to receive that judgment, to receive the things that we've done in our previous lives. Okay? Matter of fact, I'll close out with Matthew 10 and 34, because that's the main scripture, you know. A division, a major divide is being, a major separation, you know. This is 2 Ezra 6. 2 Ezra 6, and it's becoming evident. Each day that passes, the separation is becoming more and more prominent. Again, that's why they had that NATO summit, to see where all the NATO and EU allies lie. Which side of the fence you're on. 2 Ezra 6, and I'll start at 18. And it is said, behold, look, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, we're in these times, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, which has already been fulfilled. You know, read Lamentations 4, chapter 20 on down. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. You know, he's visiting Esau, Edom now. He's visiting these other nations. He's visiting 2/3 of Yasharallah. He's visiting the world. And how is he visiting the world? With judgments, plagues. And it's causing division. It's causing people to panic. It's causing people to look sideways at one another. You know, which I'm going to go into. This is all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And it's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. And the world is vanishing right in front of us. It's completely, this world that we're in now is completely unrecognizable from 30 years ago, 50 years ago, damn near 2 years ago. So you got prominent stores that were in business for hundreds of years, 100 years, gone. You know, this place is unrecognizable, you know, but you ain't seen nothing yet. And when the world that should be, the people, this place is through. And when the world that shall begin to, and the world meaning this age, this empire, this rulership, Esau's world, Because it started out saying Esau's the end of the world. We at the end of this goddamn devil's kingdom. That's what this division shows you also. We know what the scriptures say. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. If Satan be divided against himself, his kingdom have an end. We at the end of this thing. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, this place is finished through. Then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices, meaning, I finished reading. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up, going into premature babies being born, you know. In the past, you wouldn't, a child being born 3 months, 4 months, you didn't have the technology. It was really difficult for a baby that's born, that fits in the palm of your hand, to survive. But now through Esau's technology, knowledge being increased, you got incubators. These babies are allowed to survive. These are signs of the times, right? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. And it's really not suddenly. We've been seeing these brick and mortar stores vanishing, okay? But it's going to start to expedite, if I said that right. You're going to start to see it more and more. It's going to become more and more prominent. And you're seeing it, okay? Just like they seeing it now in Houston. And the trumpet, Salakia. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And that time ain't really happened yet. We blowing the trumpet. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people be not afraid? We're blowing the trumpet. We're warning you. We're warning you. The prophets of the Lord are warning you. The prophets of old, the prophets before me have warned thee of evils, pestilence, war. We're telling you broken records. We've been screaming it from our head apostles on down for years, decades. Evil times are on the horizon. And this is the main point. At that time, which we're at the door this time, Jacob's trouble, we're at the beginning stages. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. That's the times that we're coming into, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is separating. And the earth shall stand. I'll read that again. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those things that dwell therein. Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose, the sedition, the civil unrest, the chaos. People gonna be it's gonna be horrific times. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. I forget which apostle broke this down already, and that's going into the water being shut off. Which you see, that's happening with the electric. It happened with the electrical grid. That's very, you seeing it. We at the beginning stages of this. The water being shut off, the springs not running. All these things are gonna. That's the heat is on. That's the heat being turned on your ass, man. Whosoever remaineth from all these, because we gonna have to go through it. Which one? A matter of fact, I'm gonna go into like I said, Matthew 10, right? Look what the blue letter titled it, right? A hard road before them. Before who? The elect, the straight gate, a position of difficulty. It's about to get real bad. And Slakia, whosoever remaineth from all these, right? All the calamities, because the elect, we gonna be right there. We're gonna be protected, as the scriptures say. No evil, no plague, no pestilence shall come nigh our dwelling. Because we have made Yahweh Bashim Yahushai our habitation. Roughly paraphrasing, we're gonna be protected. The scriptures say we're gonna have abundance. We're gonna be merry. We're gonna eat and they shall starve. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna be good. The majority of us, of the remnant Adawan Ratazayan that day. But we're going to be seeing the judge. Only with thine eyes will thou behold the reward of the wicked. We're going to see the reward of the wicked. Esau, Edom, these heathens, 2/3 of Yasharallah, you know? And again, through the Spirit, it's going to be documented. It's going to be televised. It's going to be made public because your folly, your disobedience, your insolence has been made public. So your judgment going to be made public. And what's that going to do? That's going to instill fear in the elect. And it's going to cause the elect, which it is right now, to cleave even harder to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world, the end of this wicked ass kingdom, empire, rulership, the end of Esau, Edom. Okay? That's the main point. You can keep reading. The whole chapter is good. Okay? So let's get this. Again, this is Matthew 10. And again, you can see what it says at the top. The 12 disciples' instructions for service, right? But the main point is going to be 10. Again, what did it say? A hard road before them. A position of difficulty. The meaning of discipleship. But let's get 10, and we know it, but I want a specific. I'm looking for something. Salakia. Okay, 34. Matthew 10 and 34. I'm going to read it in the KJV, right? Don't imagine that I came, in the NLT, Salakia, I read the NLT, Matthew 10 and 34. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. So what's going on right here? The heat being on, turned up, this division. Oh, look at the comments. Everybody blaming one another and no one takes accountability. That's what happens when judgment takes place. When you in the house with your family members, when you in that predicament, everybody gonna be looking at each other. Everybody gonna be trying to blame each other. They're gonna turn on each other. Really, it's because they lack faith. They're faithless. They're a faithless and perverse generation. Think not that don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. I have come to set a man against his father. The heat is on. That division is going to intensify. That separation is going to be made more and more evident and prominent. Then shall be known who are my chosen. It's going to be evident who's standing for righteousness, who's standing for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's going to be evident who Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is with in the times to come. Inside joke. We're going to have that soul glow. Because wisdom maketh the man countenance to shine. And not to mention, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai loves his elect, man. And he can't wait to stunt and show out for the remnant. He's showing out right now, but you ain't seen nothing yet. I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. And that's what this heat, this power outage, and you're going to see the rise of domestic violence. Wait, when Jacob trouble, you're going to really see what's up. And all of these people that's not in the truth, they are potential agents in the matrix. Crash dummies. Your enemies will be right in your own household. Your mother, your father, your children. Hey, that's the times that we're coming into, because at the end of the day, like I started out for, we all have to appear before the seat of judgment, right? And judgment takes place under the sun. Everybody's back in their lot to receive their judgment. You don't know what your mother, your son, your daughter, you don't know what the next individual did in their previous lives. All you could do is worry about yourself, man. Do what you got to do to the best of your ability. Work out your own salvation, and hope and pray that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has mercy on your loved ones. Through your works, through your diligence, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will have mercy upon, you know, you know, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad when the judgment come down. You can't get mad because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will have mercy upon whoever He has mercy upon. It is what it is. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's movie, and it ain't no fucking Disney movie. Shit about to get real. Shit is getting real, as they're finding out in Houston right now. And again, tribulation, that fire, plagues, these scourges, it exposes all the bullshit, all the fakeness. That fire gets out all the impurities. You get down to the root of the matter, and that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is doing. Seeing who's really about this thing and who's not. Who really trusts in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Who's really going to stand up for righteousness. If you love your father or your mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. Because the times that we're coming into, you're going to be tested. Again, you might, that's just a test. You might see your children put to death. You might see your wife put to death. Go read the whole book of Job. Okay? Remember Lot's wife. We in them times. Shit about to get real. Shit is getting real. And it's going to intensify quickly. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. You got to go through that hardship. You got to go through that straight gate, that path to the kingdom. So narrow, only one man can tread it at a time. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. A lot of people going to try to cling to their life in these last days, especially when that charagma rolls out. A lot of people going to listen to their wives. We already saw what happened during the pop quiz. A lot of you niggas failed, man. But the real test is coming. But if you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. Again, it's an honor to die for righteousness. That's a first-class ticket to the kingdom. The dead in Yahweh shall rise first. Anyone who receives you receives me. And anyone who receives me receives the Father who sent me. If you receive and likewise, if you reject the men of the Lord, guess what? You rejecting Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's the same thing. You see? And again, a great division, a great separation is being made. Read the whole chapter. If you receive a prophet as one who speaks for Yahweh, you will be given the same reward as a prophet. And if you receive righteous people because of their righteousness, you will be given a reward like theirs. And if you eat and if you give even a cup of cold water to one of the least of my followers, you will surely be rewarded. Okay? So that's pretty much the point, Hopefully the point is made. Hey, the heat is on. All y'all niggas ready to die. That DMX song keep ringing in my mind, Have your mothers ready to cry. We in a time of separation, division, the heat being turned up, the plagues intensifying, these scourges intensifying, the birth pains coming closer and closer together, more and more intense. War drums are beating louder than ever, Hey, beautiful times, man. The fanners are coming to Babylon, Your pa times, man. Keep pushing, keep fighting, man. We're close. Hey, man, we're close. Our salvation is nearer than even we believed. Shalom. Wa, Abad Babal, Kwam Nesharala.